Am I in the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me today to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news. Everything from television to movies to non-spoiler reviews. We break it all down here on a week-by-week basis. So thank you for joining me. It is season 28. It's episode 18. And tonight's show is titled Falling. We're going to be breaking down the news from May 1st through today, May the 7th. Got a couple movie reviews for you. Got a TV show to talk about. And then, of course, we're going to get through the news of the week. All right, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump on in with it. And our first movie review today is the number one movie at the box office. And I've been waiting for this one because summer movie season is here and it is kicking us off. And we're talking about The Fall Guy. That's right. The new action comedy directed by David Leitch. I like David Leitch a lot. Some people give him some shit. I like this dude a lot, man. He's an up and coming action movie director. Cut his teeth co-directing the first John Wick movie, and then he spun off to do his own action films like Atomic Blonde, Hobbs and Shaw. He did Deadpool 2, he did Bullet Train last year, and now we got Fall Guy. This one here stars Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Hannah Waddingham is in this, Stephanie Hsu, Winston Duke. Man, there's a lot of people in this movie, and it's pretty damn awesome. So this one here is technically a remake because this was based somewhat on a TV show from way back in the day. Now, I feel like it's so loosely based on the TV show that this really could be an original film, other than the name The Fall Guy. And the fact that Ryan Gosling is playing Colt Seavers, which was the guy in the TV show. But really, the story is kind of unique. It's fresh. Fresh off an almost career-ending accident, stuntman Colt Stevers has to track down a missing movie star, solve a conspiracy, and try to win back the love of his life while doing his day job. So it's a pretty straightforward premise. Ryan Gosling is a stuntman. He gets hurt at the beginning of the movie, and then we kind of fast forward through a little bit of time. There's now a new movie being made. Emily Blunt's the director, and Ryan Gosling's kind of getting his feet wet. He's becoming the stunt guy on this new movie. Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso, she's like the movie's producer, and Aaron Taylor Johnson is the movie star. Ryan Gosling is his stunt double, and Aaron Taylor Johnson goes missing, and she sends him kind of on the case to go find where he's at, right? Kind of keep it on the down low, because if the movie studio finds out, we could have some trouble. So he tries to go find out where Aaron Taylor Johnson's gone, and we're kind of off to the races from there. Lots of twists and turns, lots of comedy, great chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. They're always fantastic. Ryan Gosling, I think, since doing Barbie and stuff, has really found his next chapter of his career. Like, he's so good in these like action comedies, like The Nice Guys. Like we said, Barbie is Ken, The Fall Guy. Like, he's really found his niche. Emily Blunt is so amazing in any movie she does. So she's fantastic in this. Aaron Taylor Johnson's fun. Hannah is always great. Winston Duke was super, super funny. His role's a little limited in this movie, but when he shines, he shines. And overall, man, I had a blast with this movie. I really, really liked it. I saw it in IMAX, and it was great, man. It was a great kickoff to the summer movie season. Now, is it a 5-star film like I had hoped it to be? Because honestly, going into this movie, I really thought this would be a 5-star film, just based on everything I knew we'd be getting. It's not a 5-star film. I will give The Fall Guy 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really loved it. It does have a little bit of a pacing problem, I think, in the middle of the film. This runs a little over 2 hours. I think if we were right around that hour 45 mark, this would be a 5-star film. I think it just gets stretched out to where there are some moments in the middle that lag a little bit. And if the pacing was just a bit tighter, I think it'd be pretty damn perfect. So, um, but hey, it's still a great movie, still a great kickoff to the summer movie season. So once again, I give The Fall Guy 4 out of 5 stars. Now, my next movie is a very interesting story. So it is The Idea of You. This is the new romance, music, comedy movie that just dropped on Prime Video with Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galitzine. Um, this is a movie that I saw the trailer for a couple months back and went, yeah, that looks cute, but I'll probably never see it. It's just one of those kind of films. And I ended up getting an email and an invite to a press screening for this movie. Even though this is a Prime Video movie, sometimes Prime MGM, which is the studio, Amazon Prime MGM, they're a studio that sometimes likes to premiere their movies for the press or for a crowd in theaters before it hits streaming. So I get this email and it's like, hey, you should come check out The Idea of You. You know, we have some press passes for you if you want to come check out this movie. And I was like, probably not. Um, and I got a shout out to the press team, the marketing team, because they were like, we know this movie is not really in your wheelhouse, but it'd be good for you to check it out. And I was like, okay, fair point, right? I really should check out some more movies that aren't really technically in my wheelhouse. Um, so I reached out to my resident friend that loves his rom coms, and that's my boy Friggins. You've seen him before on our Am I Still in the Airs? And so I reached out to Friggins. I said, "Hey, man, it's your turn up to bat. We got a romantic comedy. If you want to go check it out." And he was like, "Hell yeah!" So we went, and our screening was last week. We went to the theater and got to see our little press screening of The Idea of You, a movie I cared nothing about. This is a really good movie. This is a really good movie. I am so pleasantly surprised at this film. Um, I when the credits rolled, I was like, "Oh my God, I really like that." Like, I cannot believe how much I like that. And that is a big part due to Anne Hathaway. I thought she was incredible in this film. Incredible. She was so good. She plays a 40-year-old single mom, who's been through a divorce, and she meets this pop singer played by Nicholas Galitzine, who was fantastic in his own right. He plays this guy Hayes Campbell, who's like a lead singer of a boy band, like an NSYNC, a Backstreet Boys. Um, and they end up falling for each other. And then it's more than just a romantic film about them falling for each other. It's about the age gap. It's about their lives. It's about what does this do to both of their lives. Um, and it was an interesting story. It was an interesting way to kind of take you through all of this. And it's based on a book, and it's a best-selling book, and people are just loving it. And when our screening ended, the whole theater burst into applause. I mean, it was really cool to see. Um, and yeah, we walked out, and the press team was like, what'd you guys think? And I loved it. Friggins loved it. And we were both like, dude, we are pleasantly surprised. That was a great movie. So, guys, again, I guess don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes you never know what you're going to get. At times, can this be a formulaic, kind of rom com? Yes. I mean, it's not anything like super crazy you haven't seen before. Guy falls for girl, girl falls for guy. Will they, won't they? Kind of it all. But I like the twist in this that he's this like super successful pop star. She's this mom that's just trying to live her life. You have this age difference of her being 40, him being 24. There's a lot to this movie and to these characters. And all the little side characters were good. There's just a lot of heart in this movie, and it's really funny at times. So I really, really like the idea of you and think you should check it out. It is now streaming on Prime Video, so give it a whirl. I give this one 4 out of 5 stars. Really, really liked it. Friggins gave it 4 out of 5 stars as well, by the way. So there you go from two guys. It worked for both of us. So there you go. And then my third film that I checked out now that it's on VOD is Love Lies Bleeding. I've been looking forward to checking out this movie. I really liked the trailer. This one was Kristen Stewart, Katie O'Brien, Ed Harris, Dave Franco, Jenna Malone. There's a lot of good people in this movie, and I love the trailer. A reclusive gym manager, Lou, falls hard for Jackie, an ambitious bodybuilder headed through town to Las Vegas in pursuit of her dream. But their love ignites violence, pulling them deep into the web of Lou's criminal family. Yeah, this movie didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. I will say the acting is good. I will say Kristen Stewart was great. Katie O'Brien was great. Your leads are great. And there are definitely some good moments in this movie. But overall, as a full film, it just didn't work for me. I didn't like the flow. I didn't like the way some things twisted and turned. Some of the decisions that were made just didn't work for me. Um, this is a movie that I feel like I will revisit down the road and kind of give a second thought to now that I know how it plays out. I feel like, I don't know, maybe my mind was expecting a different kind of movie, and then I got something, so off base that it made me not really like this one at all. So I would definitely revisit it down the road, and we'll see, do I like it better the second go around? But at this point right now, I can't really recommend this one. So Love Lies Bleeding gets 2 out of 5 stars for me at this point. And then lastly, I'm not going to really review it, but this past weekend was the 25th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It was back in theaters. I took the family. We went and saw it over the weekend, and it was really cool to see that movie again on the big screen, man. Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, Episode 1, right? Getting the little Annie, rescuing him as a slave, and our adventure is off to the races, right? Midichlorians and all, pod race, good stuff, man. Darth Maul. Phantom Menace is fun. It's not the greatest Star Wars movie, but it was nostalgic. I can't believe it's been 25 years. I literally remember where I was in 1999 when they announced that Star Wars was back. Tickets went on sale. I went to the movie theater at like 6 in the morning and got in line till like noon when the box office opened and bought tickets to that opening night. And then I remember going opening night and literally sitting like second row from the front on the side and getting my neck crinked the entire time trying to watch this movie because it was so sold out and packed. The good old days of the movie theater, man, before reserved seating when you had to actually wait in line and go early and do those kind of things. But it's crazy. It's one of those rare movies that I can remember the time and place I was when tickets went on sale and stuff. And then to think, to fast forward 25 years later and be like, oh my God, this is back on the screen and I'm taking my 10-year-old daughter with me to watch this. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, so pretty cool, man. If you have a chance to check it out back in theaters, you should do that. And then lastly, switching on over to the TV side, my new show of the week is Dead Boy Detectives. I checked this one out. This is streaming on Netflix. This is about two teen ghosts who work alongside a clairvoyant to solve mysteries for their supernatural clientele until a powerful witch complicates their plans. So yeah, man, you got a couple dudes that are dead. The dead boy and the detectives. But it's kind of interesting, the way they work with the clairvoyant because she is alive and she can see them, but no one else can see them because they're dead and they're ghost. Um, I really like this show. I can't really talk much more about it because it is very spoiler filled. I'm only watched the first two episodes so far, but I really dig it. It is fun. It is batshit crazy. This is a mystery. It's a fantasy. It's science fiction. It's drama. And I mean, everybody in the show is really good. The Dead Boy detectives themselves are fun to watch. The clairvoyant is really fun. Um, the visuals are great. There's some really batshit crazy stuff that you see in this show. Um, Overall, I'm really digging it. This was a show I did not care about. And then I saw the trailer and I said, wow, that trailer just won me over. It looks really interesting. And then watched the show, and those first couple episodes have got me locked in. So, really enjoying Dead Boy Detectives. You should check it out, or at least watch the trailer, see what you think. All 8 episodes are now streaming over on Netflix. All right. So let's recap real quick. We got The Fall Guy now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. The Idea of You now streaming on Prime Video, 4 out of 5 stars. Love Lies Bleeding on Premium VOD, 2 out of 5 stars. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, now in theaters for its re release. And then over on the TV side, Dead Boy Detectives over on Netflix. All right, let's get into the box office. Let's see where everything landed here. Number 10 is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which is now available on home video. Number 9 is Abigail, also now available on home video. Number 8, Kung Fu Panda 4. Number 7, Unsung Hero. Number 6, Civil War. Number 5, Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Number 4 was the debut. It was Taro, the new horror movie, coming in with 6.5 million at number 4. Number 3 was Challengers, dropping from its number 1 spot to number 3. And then number 2, it's Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. That's right, the 2024 re release. It's number 2 on the box office. Very, very cool there, bringing in 8.7 million. And then your number 1 movie is The Fall Guy, bringing in 27.7 million. Congratulations on the number 1 spot. But again, this is a very low box office for a big summer movie kickoff film. 27.7. They were estimating going into the weekend, they were estimating 30 to 35. And then they said after the weekend kind of rolled out, it was going to land at 28. And now when the final numbers came out, it didn't even hit 28. It was 27.7. So again, what's going on? I talked about this, I think, on last week's podcast or the week before about how are we not supporting these films, right? The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare came and went like no tomorrow. It only made $18 million at the box office. Super, super low. Great, great movie. Boy Kills World barely made the top 10 with like $1 million. Nobody went and saw it. Now The Fall Guy. This should have been like a $50 million plus opening. 27? It's sad, man. You got amazing stars. Ryan Gosling was in the biggest movie last year. Emily Blunt was in the second biggest movie last year. Like, your stars are there. It's an action comedy. Like, what else are we waiting for to go to the movie theater? I don't get it. But congrats on the number 1 spot. At least it made almost 30 million. It could have been worse, I guess. But it's got a budget of about 130 million plus a marketing budget of about another 60 million. So, this movie's almost $200 million already in the hole, and we only make 27 out the gate. It's rough. But hopefully, the word of mouth is fantastic. Critic ratings are through the roof, audience ratings are through the roof. Let's go out, let's support. Maybe word of mouth will swing it back around. All right, guys, with that out the way, let's get on over to our news of the week. Are you ready for some more Sausage Party? I know I am, man. Remember that crazy ass movie that had the food and they were very dirty? Sausage Party is coming back as a TV series. That's right. Sausage Party Foodtopia is dropping on Prime Video July 11th. And they're going to drop the whole season, it looks like, on July 11th. So, brand new series set in the world of Sausage Party. This is going to be interesting, man. I am ready to see what is up for sure. We have the trailer for Presumed Innocent. This is a new series that's going to be dropping on Apple TV Plus with Jake Gyllenhaal. It looks great. Apple TV Plus kills it with their shows, and I'm ready, man. Limited series event um, is ready to go. Apple TV Plus, June 12th. All right, Cobra Kai, you ready? Cobra Kai is coming back, and it's going to be split into some really weird parts. It's a 15 episode finale, but it's going to be broken into 3-part event. It starts on July 18th. That's when 5 of the episodes will drop on July 18th. Part 2 is dropping on November 28th, and part 3 sometime in 2025. That's a hell of a breakup, man. Netflix, they've done these parts before, but usually part 1 is in March, part 2 is in April. Like they're like a month apart. This is separating this thing like crazy. So July, November, and sometime in 2025. So we got a little teaser trailer that dropped. You can check it out. It's only about 30 seconds long, but man, it's going to be interesting. Now I know they want to have the show over before the new Karate Kid movie comes out, which will be May of next year. So that means the show will end sometime in January, February, March, or April. So we'll see when the official date comes out, but you can count your blessings. It'll be somewhere in there. The Boys season 4 coming back June 13th. I am so ready. They dropped some teaser posters, and they even dropped the new trailer, and it's fantastic. I miss The Boys so much, man. This is one of my favorite shows on television, and the trailer is so great. So can't wait. New season drops June 13th on Prime Video, which continues to just kill it with their shows too. Congratulations to Knuckles. That's right. The Knuckles series on Paramount Plus has set multiple records for the streaming service, including the most watched original series of all time, with over 4 million hours streamed just over the premiere weekend. I watched all of it. It was a lot of fun, and they definitely got a hit on their hands. Congratulations to Knuckles and Paramount Plus, most watched original series of all time. Um, The Fantastic Forecast has just got a little bit more fantastic. That's right. Paul Walter Hauser has joined the cast. Now, his role is being kept under wraps, so we don't know who he's playing. Um, I think he's going to be the voice of the little robot Herbie. That's my guess. If he's playing an actual character, I think he's going to be Mole Man, probably. I feel like it's probably one of those things where the movie's going to start with an action scene and it's them probably busting Mole Man, and then it's kind of he's in and out because he is super popular right now. He just signed on to play Chris Farley in an upcoming biopic, and he just joined the Naked Gun reboot. So he's got a lot of things going on. I don't know how he has time to film all this, but if he's just doing like a little role on Fantastic Four, like a mole man and a real quick thing in the beginning, or like I said, he's voicing the robot and he can just go in for a day or two and knock out some lines, I think that would make more sense. But we'll see what ends up turning out with that. But either way, love Paul Walter Hauser, and congratulations to him getting this gig. Kristen Stewart and Oscar Isaac are teaming up to star in Flesh of the Gods. This is going to come from Mandy director Panos Cosmatos. The duo will play a married couple in glittering 80s LA who become seduced by the city's hedonistic underworld. I love it. Sounds great. Let's do it. Now You See Me 3 cast has added Rosamund Pike to the ensemble. That's a great addition right there. The Pope's Exorcist 2, a sequel to the Russell Crowe horror movie, is officially happening. We don't know if Russell Crowe's coming back yet, but a sequel is happening, so there you go. A24 is teaming with Godzilla X Kong director Adam Wingard for a new action movie called Onslaught. I'm there. Let's go. Don't need to know anything else. Andy Garcia has nabbed a key role in the Paramount Plus series from Yellowstone creator Landman. Abigail's Kevin Durant has joined the cast of the Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. So congrats to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, who's killing it right now. He was in Abigail. He's the lead evil monkey in Planet of the Apes that's coming out this week. So pretty awesome there. Proxima Caesar. And now he's going to be doing Naked Gun reboot. So he's awesome, man. I always love when he pops up in things. So I'm glad to see that his star level is rising as well. Benedict Wong is joining the new horror thriller Weapons. A lot of people signed up for this movie, man. I think this is going to be something pretty cool. Carrie Condon and William H. Macy have joined Joel Egerton and Felicity Jones in a new drama movie called Train Dreams. Robin Wright is set to star and direct a new Prime Video series called The Girlfriend. Emily the Criminal TV show is in development that is based on the Aubrey Plaza movie. Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas are going to star in a new musical comedy called Power Ballad. Pitch Perfect 4 is in the works. That's right. Rebel Wilson is the one that kind of let that news slip that they are looking to move forward on that one. Nothing super official yet from the studio, just that they are looking. It's kind of like in a pre-production state where they're trying to see what they can come up with. So they might get some Pitch Perfect here sooner rather than later. We have the season 2 trailer for We Are Lady Parts, which previews the Peacock comedy return. House of the Dragon's Emily Carey leads a new teen comedy series called Geek Girl, and we have the first trailer for that. Colleen Hoover gets another movie adaptation following It Ends With Us. Her movie It Ends With Us drops in August, and that's based on the best-selling book. And then we found out that the next book that they're going to be adapting to a movie is Verity. And so there you go. Colleen Hoover, very, very popular writer. So get with it. Start reading that book if you haven't yet. Tom Hollander and Niamh Algar are going to lead a new thriller series from Luther creators. It's going to be called Iris. A Masters of the Universe movie is officially moving forward. That's right. 2026 is when it's going to come out. It's going to be directed by Travis Knight, who did the Bumblebee movie, and Kubo and the Two Strings. He has signed on to direct. The movie is going to get a theatrical release in 2026. So there you go. We'll see if it happens. We've teased the Masters of the Universe movie multiple times over the years. We'll see if this one sticks. Rosie O'Donnell is joining the cast of Just Like That, the Sex and the City spinoff for season 3. Nathan Felder is going to be directing an A24 chess movie, and Emma Stone is going to produce. It's going to be called Checkmate. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Billy the Kid Season 2 Part 2 trailer has dropped. That's for the Tom Blythe MGM Plus series. That'll be coming back on June 2nd. Let's see here. The other big news was that Paul Walter Hauser was going to be in the Naked Gun reboot, but we kind of addressed that earlier with the Fantastic Four news. Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks are going to lead a Prime Video thriller series called The Better Sister. I love it because I love Jessica Biel and I love Elizabeth Banks. So give me these two in a thriller. Hells yeah. The Better Sister coming soon to Prime Video. George Miller wants to do another Mad Max movie, so supposedly he is working on something else. We'll see what that turns out to be. Megan 2.0 cast has added Ahsoka star Ivana Sakno in a key role. Ed Harris and Margaret Qualley have joined the cast of the revenge thriller Huntington. Tulsa King Season 2 has added Neil McDonough to the cast. Neil's one of those actors, man, that a lot of people don't know by name, but when he pops up, you're like, oh yeah, that guy. He's awesome. I love it. So that's got a great addition to Tulsa King. Terrifier 3 release date has been moved up a little bit. It's going to hit theaters on October 11th. We have the trailer for Queenie, which is Hulu's newest dramedy series. Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3 trailer has dropped, and Part 1 is actually streaming on Max now if you want to start getting caught up on that. We have the new trailer for Eric, which is the new Benedict Cumberbatch movie. When his son disappears, a puppeteer full of guilt clings to the child's drawings of a blue monster, convinced if he can get him on TV, he'll come home. Eric stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Gabby Hoffman, McKinley Belcher, and it premieres on Netflix May 30th. Ashley Madison, are you ready? Ashley Madison, Sex, Lies, and Scandal. The new documentary premieres on Netflix May 15th. I am so there for this. And we got the first trailer for it, so check that out. Marina Baccaran's Fire Country spin-off series has officially been ordered to series over on CBS. So yes, that is moving forward. Congratulations. She's awesome and deserves it. The Connors is going to end with season 7. That's right. It got renewed for one more season, and they'll be wrapping up that show. Hollywood Squares reboot is coming back. That's right. Drew Barrymore is going to star as the center square and has been ordered over at CBS for the 2025 season. Young Sheldon's Georgie and Mandy spinoff gets a title. And yeah, it's going to be called, let me see, make sure I get this right. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. So take that for what you will. But yes, the spinoff of Young Sheldon is moving forward. Congratulations to them. We have CBS's fall schedule with everything broken down. Tracker on the Move, Georgie and Mandy spinoff claims Young Sheldon's spot. Matlock replaces So Help Me Todd, and a whole bunch more. So check out that to see what's going on. Robin Wright and Olivia Cook are set to star in the Girlfriend series adaptation over on Amazon. A new channel called Me TV Tunes is going to launch, and it's going to air classic cartoons like Looney Tunes, Scooby Doo, Tom and Jerry, and a whole bunch more. Over on SNL, Maya Rudolph and Jake Gyllenhaal are set to host the final season 49 episodes. So that's awesome there. Great, great host. And speaking of Maya Rudolph, if you're not watching Loot on Apple TV Plus, get with it. The show is so, so damn funny. All American Homecoming Season 3 has been set for a July premiere date over on the CW. Louis Leterrier, his new sci-fi horror film, will trap a family in their home indefinitely. That's right. It's called 11817. I love it. It sounds very interesting. Let's do it. Glenn Powell and Margot Qualley, along with Ed Harris, are set to star in the A24 revenge thriller Huntington. We already talked earlier about Ed Harris and Margot Qualley, and now Glenn Powell has joined the cast there. The new Kevin Costner Western Horizon, an American Saga Part 1. Its runtime is 3 hours. No. I'm already not interested. That really just put the exclamation point on it. But this didn't shock me. A Kevin Costner Western, I knew it was going to be 3 hours. I'm surprised it's not 4. This movie just it looks like a 3 hour movie. um, let's see here. Universal Pictures' forthcoming musical from Michael Gaudry and Pharrell Williams has kicked up an octave with the addition of Janelle Monáe joining Kelvin Harrison Jr., Holly Berry, Divine Joy Randolph, Brian Tyree Henry, and Missy Elliott. Man, that's a hell of a cast right there. That is stoked. Mike Flanagan is in talks to direct a new Exorcist movie for Blumhouse. So that would be a great pickup there for Mike Flanagan if that goes through. Giancarlo Esposito has confirmed that he has been cast in a secret MCU project. He says it'll be announced soon, and it's better than you could ever imagine. So, we've been waiting for him to join the MCU. I wonder who he's going to be. My speculation, if he's saying it'll be announced soon, I think he might be Galactus. Just a guess. I think he might be Galactus. 20th Century Studios is rebooting the sci-fi action franchise The Maze Runner. That's right, it already ran as a trilogy from 2014 to 2018, and now they're going to reboot the whole damn thing. So there you go, Maze Runner coming back. What We Do in the Shadows final season is officially wrapped production. We have your first look images at Jackpot, which is a new Paul Feig movie with John Cena and Aquafina. It looks really fun, man, and I love Paul Feig. I think this could be a real blast when it comes out. Hack Season 3 trailer has dropped, even though the show is now dropped as well. So there you go, Hacks is back. Olivia Cook and Jamie Bell are set to lead a new romance movie called Takes One to Know One. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey has added Billy Magnuson to the cast. Zazie Beetz, along with Elizabeth Debicki, are set to lead a new sci-fi drama called The Blue Is Mine. Coda director to helm Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow adaptation for Paramount. Kelsey Grammer's World War II movie Murder Company is going to be coming out later this year. Hugh Jackman and Jodie Comer are set to headline the Death of Robin Hood movie. I hope they have a really good idea for this film because I love Hugh Jackman and I love Jodie Comer, but why do we continue to go back to the Robin Hood well when no one gives a shit? No one gives a shit. Every Robin Hood movie in the last 20 years has bombed. Like, why do we go back to Robin Hood? Now, this is the death of Robin Hood. Maybe they have this fresh, cool, unique take. And that's what I'm going to hope. Because I love Hugh Jackman. I love Jodie Comer. So I am pulling for them. But man, I was a little bummed when I saw Robin Hood in the title. We have some set images of the Captain America Brave New World. You can check out Sam's new suit in it, his new stealth suit there. Andrew Garfield and Claire Foy are set to lead a new fantasy drama called The Magic Fairway. Leonardo DiCaprio is working on a live action movie told from a dog and wolf's perspective called Howl. Okay. Anna Taylor-Joy and Brendan Fraser, along with Chris Evans, have joined the cast of the new film Sacrifice. I love it. That's a hell of a cast. Awesome. Sony Pictures and Apollo Entertainment are in negotiations to buy Paramount Pictures. Paramount, man, $26 billion. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Could Sony acquire Paramount? It's looking like it might. Talking about The Boys Season 4 trailer. Make sure you check that out because it's awesome. Night Court has been renewed for Season 3. Congratulations. Criminal Minds Evolution has set their Season 2 premiere date. It'll be June 6th over on Paramount+. Blue Bloods will be turning in its badge at the end of this year. That's right. Its show has been canceled officially. Blue Bloods coming to an end. The Crow, the original Crow, 1994's Crow, is going to fly back into theaters for its 30th anniversary. Man, I got to go see this in theaters. It just came out in 4K today, and I already own The Crow, but I upgraded my digital copy to the 4K version. I watched about half of it tonight before I recorded. Oh, looks so good. I love this movie. It's been a minute since I watched it, and but I didn't finish it. I stopped it because I was like, I want to go see this when it hits theaters for the anniversary. So definitely keeping my eye out for that. Got to go see that. ABC is going to open up the Lifelines once again. That's right. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is going to be returning to ABC for its 25th anniversary. Season 4 of Emily in Paris will be set into 2 parts over on Netflix, and you won't have to wait like 6 months in between like Karate Kid. Part 1 will premiere on Netflix August 15th. Part 2 drops on September 12th. So very nice. That's a normal drop right there, Netflix. We have your first look poster at The Acolyte. I love this poster, man. 2-episode premiere of The Acolyte coming to Disney Plus on June 4th. This poster is fantastic. And along with the poster, they dropped the new trailer. And oh my God, I loved it. I loved this trailer. It looked great. And when I went and saw Phantom Menace, they did an extended look at it at the show after the credits rolled. And they actually showed a full scene that was great of our protagonist chick fighting Trinity from the Matrix, Carrie-Anne Moss, and it was a great scene, man. And then it goes into like a little mini trailer, so that was really cool to see in the movie theater. But this show looks really good, man. I really, really like the style. I like what they're doing. I love that it's just full of Jedi and then Sith. So let's go, The Acolyte, June 4th. I loved what I saw. All right, we have your best streaming deals in May, so make sure you check that out. The Gen V producers say that the late Chance Perdomo's role will not be recast for season 2, and they're working on a way to kind of honor him. So, good on them, man. We'll see how that wraps up for them on season 2. Fast 11 director confirms that the movie won't come out till 2026. Movie was supposed to come out in 2025. It has been pushed back, and then they say now that'll tie, since it's the last film, it's going to tie perfectly into the original film's 25th anniversary. So, hey, I like the way that kind of fell together, even though we got to wait so much longer to get it. I like that it kind of matches up with the anniversary. 25 years of Fast and Furious. Let's see here. We got an article up with the 25 best movies new to streaming in May, including The Iron Claw, Ferrari, The Idea of You, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and a whole bunch more. So check that out to see where these movies will be streaming. We got, man, this was big. James Gunn dropped the first picture of David Corenswet as Superman. Remember, he's currently filming Superman right now, and he released this first look photo, and this has broken the internet. Because half the internet thinks it looks really cool. The other half of the internet is talking shit. You know, it's the internet. You got to love it, right? But the picture is very casual. It's Superman sitting in a chair, putting on his suit. Now, supposedly, this picture is not from the movie, And this was just a still picture that somebody captured on set of him literally putting his suit on. So, like, this is a real picture of David Cornsweet just sitting in a chair, putting on his boots, and somebody snapped it. And James Gunn liked the picture, and he said, "You know what? That we're going to release this." It's an interesting picture because it's not your typical first look, right? Like, he's sitting in a chair, he's hunched over. You can't get a full good look at the suit. Like, it looks like he has the trunks back, but you can't really see him. Um, the suit is dirty. Like, he's battle worn, right? He just fought a big battle. The suit is super dirty. Um, I like the suit though. Other than the fact that if it has the trunks back, I don't like that. It doesn't need the red underwear. It really doesn't. But I love the symbol. I love the new S. It looks so good. I like the lines on the suit. I know a lot of people don't. I like the high collar. I like the cape. This suit has a lot of elements of different variants of Superman suits over the years, right? Like the boots from this version, the S from this version, the cape, placement is from this version, the high collar from the new 52, like things like that. And I like that. I like the homage. Um, I like the texture. I think it'll look really cool. I'm curious to see like a clean version of this suit, with him kind of posing. That would be cool to see since we're seeing this kind of dirty Battleborn one. But hey, man, what do you think of the suit? I mean, it's really, really cool. So this picture, I was glad to see it drop. Superman's my most anticipated movie of next year. And we have the picture up on our Twitter, on our Instagram, Facebook. So make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it. I'm sure you've seen it because it was all over the internet when it dropped, for sure. Um, First reactions for Furiosa are out. That's right, they're calling the prequel really fucking good. A powerhouse action filmmaking at its absolute best. It engulfs you and at times seems to exceed the canvas of the IMAX format. It's that big. So, really high praise reactions coming out for Furiosa, and that makes me very, very happy. The Strangers Chapter 2 has gotten a release date. It's going to drop either in September or October. And they're also discussing a 4.5-hour supercut. That's right. Remember, The Strangers comes out in May for Chapter 1, but they've already made Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. So it's going to be crazy to see these all put together. I don't know if they'll ever do a 4.5-hour supercut, but I like that Part 2 is coming out literally in a couple months after Part 1 comes out. So we'll see. Part 3 is supposed to come out at the beginning of 2025. Nicolas Cage, along with FKA Twigs, are set to star in a new horror movie about Jesus' childhood. Very interesting. Tracy Morgan is set to star in a spin-off series of The Neighborhood over on Paramount Plus. Riddick 4 is moving forward. That's right. Vin Diesel's sequel, I think it's called Riddick Fura, is going to start filming in August. So very, very cool. I love the Riddick movies. I don't give a fuck what all y'all say about the Riddick movies, man. These movies are badass. Started with Pitch Black, then we had the Chronicles of Riddick, then we had just straight Riddick. Now we're gonna get Riddick Fura. I love this character. I love this world. I love, a great out of space sci-fi, franchise. And I'm glad to see Vin going back and doing something like this outside of Fast and Furious. So Riddick 4, give it to me. Samuel Jackson and Henry Golding are set to star in a new sci-fi thriller called Head Games. Alex Goodall, Martin Freeman have joined the English remake of the German fantasy novel Momo. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die cast has added Sam Rockwell along with Zazie Beetz for a new action movie. I love that title. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. William Dafoe and Sandra Huller are set to star in a new Kent Jones movie called Late Fame. Um, we have the trailer for Boneyard, which is a new thriller starring Mel Gibson and 50 Cent. The Flash's Tom Cavanaugh is set to appear in Superman and Lois series finale, but who is he playing? Check out the article if you're interested. We have a first look, a little photo here of Young Sheldon series finale, which has a photo there of Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik, reprising their roles there as Sheldon and Amy all these years later. I can't wait for the Young Sheldon finale just to see kind of how they bring the future with the past. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Jensen Ackles makes his tracker debut in episode 12, in case you're wondering. Anton Fuqua is set to adapt the YA novel Sky's End into a feature film. I like the cover of the book. It looks pretty cool. Let It Be. The long buried Beatles documentary is hitting Disney Plus this week. Cole Hauser hints at a Yellowstone spinoff with Kelly Riley, so that would be interesting if they end up doing that. 28 years later, Jack O'Connell has joined the cast of Danny Boyle's zombie movie. Angry Birds Mystery Island trailer has dropped. It said the release date for the Prime Video series coming on May 21st. The Outlaws Season 3 trailer has dropped. Prime Video's releasing it on May 31st, if you're looking for that show. Charlie Cox is joining Zoe Deschanel in the new rom-com called Merv, and we have your first look at that as well. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is hitting digital on May 10th, so then you'll be able to rent it or own it on May 10th. So get ready, and like I said, man, great movie. Makes me sad how much it did not perform. Snowpiercer Season 4 has set its AMC release date for its final chapter on July 21st. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, coming to digital on May 14th. We have the new Despicable Me 4 trailer. We have the trailer for Treasure, which is a new road trip dramedy starring Lena Dunham. Michelle Yeoh is set to star as the lead in the Prime Video's Blade Runner 2099 series that they're putting together. 47 Meters Down, The Wreck. That's right, a third movie in the 47 Meters franchise. The trilogy you never saw coming is moving forward with The Wreck. Wednesday, Season 2 has officially begun filming, so that's awesome. It's about damn time. A24 has pulled the plug on its Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake, which was supposed to be coming to Peacock. They're saying it's not officially pulled, but they're going to pause it for now to retool it. So yeah, the plug has been pulled at this point, so we'll see if that ever makes its way back. Travis Kelce is joining the cast of Ryan Murphy's FX series Grotesque. Extended Family has been canceled at NBC after just one season. That's a bummer. I actually really like that show. The Reba reunion is a go. Happy's Place, starring Reba McEntire and Melissa Peterman, gets an official NBC series order. Lopez versus Lopez has been renewed for season 3 over on NBC. Congratulations. It's another cheesy, guilty pleasure of mine. Nassim Pedrad's Chad has officially been canceled over at the Roku channel. I'm actually watching Chad right now. It's kind of crazy that I start the show, I'm watching it, and then now that I've found it, it gets canceled. So this was a show that was on TBS, and then TBS didn't want to do scripted series anymore, so then they took it off the network, and then the Roku channel picked it up. But a lot of people don't watch the Roku channel, so things kind of go there to die, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Chad canceled. Marvel TV series. Bob Iger, CEO, says that moving forward, they're looking to only do 2 Disney Plus Marvel series per year. He also said, keeping up with the Marvel news, that they want to do 2 to 3 at most movies per year as well. So most years it would be 2. So yeah, so we're looking at going forward in the Marvel world with just 2 TV shows, 2 movies, with some years with a possible 3 movies. I'm guessing that'll be kind of like an Avengers year, right? Where you'll have your 2 normal movies and then you get the Avengers film. But yeah, so they're going to streamline Marvel just a little bit to make sure it's not watered down. Chicago Fire's Iman Walker has exited as a series regular after 12 seasons. CBS has set its summer premiere dates for like Big Brother season 26, Tulsa King coming to the network, and a whole bunch more. So check that out. Game of Thrones Duncan Egg spinoff is getting official season 1 and title tweak. It's going to be called Game of Thrones: A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight. There you go. Sylvester Stallone's Rocky origin story is going to be coming on to the silver screen. Peter Farrelly is directing, and yes, this will tell the story of Sylvester Stallone writing the Rocky movie and then pitching himself to be the lead in the film and how they worked to get that movie made. So pretty cool there. Um, yeah, and that's it. The other big news, like I said, that the big news ended today with Disney CEO Bob Iger detailing his plans to dial back the Marvel content target for Marvel Studios, which will be 2 TV shows a year and 2 or at most 3 films per year. Last year I think there was 9 things that came out between theatrical and TV. So now we're gonna get 4, maybe 5 at most. So it's smart. It'll let everybody focus on quality over quantity, and that's always a good thing. Even though I love my Marvel and I would love more Marvel, I do think if they scale it back, it's going to make it real special and it's going to make some good stuff come down the line. And on that note, my friends, that'll do it. We still hit that 50-minute mark. Sorry it's kept you here a little bit longer than normal, but we had a lot to talk about. So thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Let me get you on out of here. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official web page. Make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Follow us on Twitter, or X, I should say, at AmIOnTheAir or at DXDonMega for me personally. Same handles over on Threads. If you're over there, please follow us and support us over there at Am I on the Air at DXDonMega. Subscribe to the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pandora. We're on everything. So make sure you subscribe wherever you listen. Leave a 5-star review with thumbs up. Just subscribe. It'll really help the show out. And make sure you subscribe to us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're on everything. Subscribe over there. Just search Am I on the Air, all one word. And thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. That's Red Dragons Radio, reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio, all one word, and the Pop Culture _Pros. Make sure you follow. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. And that'll do it for me on this May the 7th. I will be going to the early premiere night this Thursday for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm so excited to see that movie. It's going to be fantastic. And then I have another mystery movie next week that I'll be checking out as well. Maybe, because I'm a little worried that's going to be bullshit. And I'm not going to want to watch it. But we'll see. And then we'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel to bring you up to speed with all the latest and greatest. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragons!